There it goes. Great morning. Happy Tuesday. Myself over here. It's lashes and coffee somewhere in the 300s. Maybe one of these days we'll count, figure out how many we've done so far. Good morning, Envy Dye, Glitzies, Hey Baru. Okay, Baru. All right, I'm just getting situated here as people show up. Wow, this is a good attendance rate. 6 people within the first minute. I love that. Okay, good morning. And that's just Instagram. So I also go live on Facebook and YouTube. And today's quote of the day is imperfect action is better than no action. And I actually say that all the time because I am the queen of, on one hand, being a perfectionist and like holding myself up and not getting something done. And then I remember that quote that someone told me once. And it's like, it's so true. Because even starting this live stream, when I did it back in 2016, 2017, I was like, oh gosh, just do it. And I used to get up at 7. Well, I would get up at like 6 every day and go live at 7, ready or not. Here we come. And so here we are again, 7 a.m. Tuesdays now, just Tuesdays. Every week I come live at 7 a.m. And that's so that no lash business owner feels alone. If you have a question or a topic that you want to bring forward, I'm here to answer and talk and discuss your questions with you. Good morning, Mrs. Sabrina Cosme, Caddy Beauty, STI Awesome, Primed Tweezers. Good morning. So today, speaking of tweezers, every week, if you do come live, I give away something for free. I like to share my favorite lash products. So today, I'm giving away my favorite tweezer, not the one that I use, a brand new Love Boat tweezer. So this is the tweezer that I use to make handmade fans in the moment. There's lots of great tweezers out there that you can do that with. In fact, we train with multiple styles. You can make fans in so many ways. I'm a huge advocate of creating fans in the moment. So in order to be a great lash artist, you must be making handmade fans, not using pro-made or pre-made fans. I don't believe in that method. And I know that many people do, and we can debate. However, to give your client the best appointment or best service possible, you must be making handmade fans in the moment. So these are my favorite tweezers. They're called the Love Boat tweezers from Brilliant Lash Pro. And that's what I'm giving away today. So if you want to try these tweezers and you are here and you're listening to me now, all you have to do is send me a DM and say, I'd love to try these tweezers, and I'll ship you some to try. So my favorite tweezers. I have a question over on Facebook that says, does anyone do hot yoga? Oh, wait. Does anyone do hot yoga mess up your lash extensions? What do you do to help your lashes last? So I love this question because in the cities that I do lashes, Monterey and San Diego, people are really active. They're, a lot of yoga is going on. And so people are always really concerned, like, can I do hot yoga and have lash extensions because of, things that they've heard and whatnot. However, and I can't speak on behalf of every brand of extension adhesive. And I know that there are some adhesives that are different formulations, but with the adhesive that I've chosen to use, you're completely waterproof when you leave your lash appointment. Water should never reactivate lash adhesive that was formulated specific for eyelash extensions. And so with the Brilliant formulations, you're completely waterproof after you leave your appointment. However, sweat is not just water. Sweat is often includes toxins that we're actually secreting out of our pores. And so when we sweat onto our lashes, we're exposing our lashes to more than just water. Toxins, sometimes products on your face are actually dripping into your lashes. So we always tell clients to make sure to always have a towel handy when you're doing any excessive exercising or any excessive sweating, and just make sure to dab those areas. Wearing a headband or a hat is also really helpful if you're running outside and doing a lot of activities. Now, one little tip that I love to use myself and share with my clients is that if you dab just a little bit of eyeshadow powder at your lash line, you can use an angled brush. This powder creates a little barrier to oil and moisture that can get into your lashes. So powder absorbs moisture, whether you want to do that dabbing that little eyeliner, which I do for my daily makeup look, or if you don't want any makeup or you're just going to bed and you're using kind of an oily serum, you can actually put some translucent powder on around your eyes. And that will kind of stop any of the moisture kind of getting to your lashes. So I think that's a really important tip and trick that you should be doing yourself if you have lashes or if you're getting lash extensions. Now, new to the game or new to the arena is lash lift and tints, which is also something that you don't have to worry about getting sweaty or taking a hot yoga class. However, you do have a 24-hour window after having a lift and tint to get wet at all. So after that 24 hours, you can get wet, you can do hot yoga, you can go swimming. And that's for the lift and tint specifically. Whereas with extensions, you can get wet right away, but you do have that added risk of loosening or degrading your bonds over time if you don't kind of prevent exposure to those other products, skincare products, sweat with toxins and whatnot like that. So always keep your lashes away from oils and sweat and clean. Make sure you're using Clarity Cleanser. Another question says, what advice would you give to someone just starting their own business? Great question. I just want to stop to say good morning to Lashplicity, DG Dazzling Beauty, and Soen Beauty. Thank you for being here and joining me, even if you're popping in for just a minute. I'm here to answer business questions, lash technique questions. I know that a lot of my followers aren't new lash artists, so if you don't have like a beginner question, that's okay. If you want to talk about something going on with your business or bring a topic for discussion, that's what I come here for, 7 a.m. Tuesdays. So someone asked, what advice would you give someone just starting their own business? Well, first of all, I mean, gosh, there's so many. In fact, I have a whole business launch course that I could give to you for free if you'd like. Again, I love to give away things for free if you do come to my live stream. So if any of you here want access to the business launch course, I think that's a couple $100 regular price, but I'll give that to you for free if you need help launching your business. But basically in my head, there is quite a bit of a checklist that you should consider when you're just starting your own business. I think a lot of lash artists, beauty professionals in general, they don't really give you a lot of true business advice or education when you're in beauty school. You're just ready to start offering services. And actually, I've been doing lashes for over 15 years and business has changed dramatically because I don't even think I even had an Instagram 15 years ago. So like now we've got social media up the wazoo. I don't know what word to use there, but that is obviously a big part of it. So there are a couple of important factors when you're just starting your business. And maybe you didn't just start your business, but you skipped a couple steps. So this can apply to anyone because there are legalities. You have to make sure you have the right licenses and permits for your city and your state. Obviously, you should be an esthetician or a cosmetologist. You might need a business license. And you might need to make sure you're doing business in the right zone. So that's a whole nother, those are legality type things. You also must have practice insurance. That's huge. Like don't do business without having insurance. That's a big one. I really love to use a company called insuredbodywork.com. It's about $100 a year and it covers extensions in addition to a bunch of other things. So those are kind of the legalities and the paperwork stuff. Now, also something that I think is extremely important is your location of practice. If you just got certified or you just got, you just finished school, you might not have a place to fully practice yet, but where you take clients is going to determine what kind of clients you have. So that's kind of a big deal in choosing where to work. People typically like to stay in the area where they live or work. And so kind of considering there's different demographics in different parts of the city, you might want to consider what demographic do you want to see walking in through your doors. So location, legalities. And the other thing that's so important is your technique. I think there are so many people now, they're learning lashes in beauty school and they think that they're ready and they think that their technique is ready. But there are so many factors that are involved with happy clients, which includes being competitive in your performance. I mean, lashes can look really pretty when you're done, but if they're not adhered properly and the retention isn't good or the directionality isn't good or the texture isn't good, people are not going to be satisfied. And there are other options. So you want to be competitive in your presentation of your service, your customer service, your bedside manner. These are all a lot of important things that you need to touch on to be really a great business owner. And so again, like I said, I've created a lot of resources purely because I just want to help people succeed. I have a whole business launch course. If you shoot me a DM, you're watching this later, whatever, I will totally share that with you. And I would love your feedback as well. Good morning, Pizzy and Mer Bilal, and up for C Lift Professional. Good morning. Great morning. Yes. Oh, Instagram question, and I don't see it. I don't see a question. I'm not kidding. Oh, what do I need to start lashing? Envy Day. Okay, great question. Well, depending on where you live, first of all, you may need a license. So I live in California, and in the state of California, you have to have an esthetician or cosmetology license. I do believe every state in the United States requires a license. I do know places like Canada don't require a license. So hands down, you have to have a license. You have to have insurance. You have to have a place to work. You need a set of tools. You need training. So if you haven't had lash training, check out garnetlashsociety.com. There's beginner, intermediate, advanced, business, lash lift and tint, all kinds of training. Go to garnetlashsociety.com. I should make a coupon code so that I can send people there. You know what? Let's do that. Hold this thought. If you use coupon code lashes and coffee on Garnet Lash Society, after I'm done, you'll get 50% off any online only course. None of the in-person courses, because the instructors have to be trained. And I do recommend getting in-person training regardless. Even if you didn't have in-person training before, even if you're a practicing lash artist, getting a mentor to stand over your shoulder and help you and guide you is invaluable. So you can find a mentor in your area or invest in another class. I've taken dozens of lash trainings. It's never too much. So using coupon code lashes and coffee after 8 a.m. this morning, you can have 50% off any online course at garnetlashsociety.com. Or if you DM me, I will give you the business launch for free. So those are some great questions. I'm really happy to be here at 7 a.m. on Tuesday mornings. I'm very excited for the increase in engagement and more of you who are visiting. Good morning, Diana. I'm here as a reminder to help you. I don't want anyone to ever feel alone. I want to collaborate, discuss. 7 a.m. is great for me. I feel like y'all are getting ready for your day. So tune in every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. And actually, I'm doing workshops on Wednesdays. So if you want to talk more about launching your business, I'm going to have a workshop tomorrow morning specifically about launching your lash business. If you want to be a part of that, shoot me a DM, show up at 7 a.m. I'm trying to figure out a more efficient way to register you for the workshops. So stay tuned for that. Good morning, Madam Lashes. I have another question here. Rat Girlie says, can acetone ruin tweezers? That's a good question. Another thing that I can't always speak on behalf of every tweezer company because I don't know what types of metals are being used to create. And like, for example, I'm giving away a Love Boat tweezer today. This is coated. This is a coated black onyx tweezer. So acetone may ruin the coatings of some tweezers. A lot of tweezers are also just stainless steel. So I would say that be careful if your lashes are coated because acetone takes off gel polish. But acetone is a common tool used to remove lash adhesive. I really refrain from using acetone. I don't like bringing acetone into the mix. I've had a horror story from a friend. I think it was a client that told me Someone had accidentally gotten acetone in her eye because she got it confused with water. It's like, I'm like, there's no reason you should need acetone anywhere near your workspace. What I do use acetone for is to periodically remove any adhesive that's gotten onto my silicone reusable iPads. So acetone is a really great tool to clean your iPads before you disinfect them. And then that way, all the acetone is also removed from the iPad and not being introduced to your client's eye. I know that some people do like to use acetone to clean their tweezers, any adhesive buildup. And my assumption is that actually that's a better case in a event that you have stainless steel tweezers. I just use old school scraping, and I scrape my tweezers with another set of tweezers. And a lot of people frown upon this, but I honestly have been doing it for over 15 years. And if you do it correctly and mindfully, you can really scrape your own tweezers with another set of tweezers to get and remove all adhesive, because this can happen, and it happens in the middle of an appointment where you get a little bit of adhesive stuck on your tweezer, and then it'll change the performance of your tweezer, won't work anymore. So this is a really important step to having a successful lash appointment, is making sure you have no buildup on your tweezers. And if you are careful, you can remove them easily by scraping them. And so to answer your question, be careful with acetone. I don't seem to need it other than for cleaning my silicone reusable iPads. Happy Tuesday. And so if I don't have any other questions from you, then that concludes our session today. I'm really grateful for all of you who came, who hung out, who waited. I'm giving away business launch course. DM me if you want that. I'm giving away my favorite tweezer, Love Boat Tweezer. DM me if you want that. Show up next Tuesday with a question. I love questions. Put me on the spot, whatever. And we're here. So tomorrow, Wednesday morning, we're going to do a business launch workshop. Would love to have you there. I'd like to be a little bit more interactive. So I'm setting up kind of a way that we can kind of all go into a little Zoom meeting for those. And thank you for being here. I hope you have an amazing day. Don't forget, quote of the day: imperfect action is better than no action. Have an amazing day.